picked up this machine recently and thought I'd just give an overview about how these work and what I've learned while I've had it. So you open it by twisting there. And starting with the outside, the outer door just has the light fixture, and over here you have the coin slide. Coins come in here, slide down this slide, come down into the coin mechanism, which is right here. If you lift this up, and then this accepts quarters, nickels, and dimes, and holds quite a few of each. It gives you little lines to indicate roughly how much money is in there. So we've got $15.50 for the quarters and $2.90 for the nickels, etc. And then over to the right, there's 3 switches, which any one of those, when you lift that switch up, it ejects automatically whatever denomination is in there. So if I click the 25 cents up, you'll see it'll start ejecting quarters down this secondary chute and fire them into that catch bucket. Firing quarters out, going down mostly into the catch bucket and all over the ground because the door wasn't closed. If you want to remove the coin mechanism completely, you can unplug it from right up here. And then this should just lift out like that. Now for changing the price, that will be done at the coin mechanism. You flip it over to the back on this particular unit. Some are a little bit easier. This one is unnecessarily complicated. And you will loosen all these screws on the back panel. There's only 3 of them. And then once those are removed, this back panel will pop out. You've got to take this cord out of its little holder. And then this, boy, it does not want to come apart far. If you flip this on its side, you'll see it comes apart a bit, and then there's some ribbon cables and things holding it on. I don't need to remove it all the way to show you that there are these little pins. One is for, looks like setting different types of denominations or coins, other indicators that I'm not going to mess with up top. And the one on the bottom, it says price, and you've got a few different options. The first one in the up position will give you 5 cents, second one 10, and 20, 40, and so on. It goes all the way up to $6.40. So if they're all in the up position, then you add all those together. I believe it's $10. What I have it set on now, which is just this far left pin up in the on position, as you can see over here, that corresponds to 5 cents. So I've got it set on 5 cents, which is the lowest setting. I'd like to make this one free because I'm just using it in my backyard for the moment, but 5 cents is the lowest possible setting on this one, so that's what I've got it set to. Then up here you've got there's actually a drink counter, which is kind of like the odometer on your car, lets you know how many sodas the machine has vended, so you can have an idea of how heavily it's been used. This one's got 30,899 drinks that have passed through it. I don't know if that's a lot or a little. I haven't been in the vending machine game for more than, well, I guess about a week now. So, doesn't say much to me, but to somebody who knows these machines, that would probably be informative. So that's something to check out if you're looking at a new machine, or you're looking at a machine that's new for you. You can see the one that you're considering, you know, how much it's been utilized in the past. And then there's also on top of the coin mechanism, there's an additional connector for up here. There's spaces for either, I would assume, a bill acceptor, so that people can put 1s, 5s, 10s in there, or a credit card reader. So it's got two different connections. I'm pretty positive that it's for one or both of those. And right now on the front of the machine, those are just blanks. But again, you could pop them out and put in additional readers. And then, so that was the front panel. And right inside of that, there's a secondary door. And it's got a nice schematic on it, an electrical schematic that shows you how all the motors and Vend units are hooked up. Should be nice. Probably every unit comes with something like this as a quick reference. Pretty nice to have if you've got an electrical issue where you've got to rewire some motors. Inside you have 10 different drink slots on this particular machine. The only one that's at all different is number 1, all the way over here, and this is a double Vend, so the drinks that are in there are staggered, and it can fit twice as many. And these are for your top selling drinks, whatever it would be in your machine, like for instance Coke or Pepsi, and then the other ones would be all your secondary drinks that people aren't as interested in, don't have quite the volume. So you put your big seller in slot number 1 so that you can get more out of it. And that Vend motor is slightly different. The cam and everything are configured differently than the other ones. Each other one is virtually identical. And there are 2 switches. There's a micro switch inside the valley of this cam here, and there's a macro switch that rests up on the shoulder of the cam. And when both are depressed, it rotates around and vends one single drink. What that looks like inside, you can see that cylindrical piece of steel that would hold the drinks. The drinks would rest on top of that, and when you click Vend, it opens up, drinks fall inside that channel, and then you Vend again, and that drink drops out below, slides down this chute. I'll show it to you on the only one that I have actually stocked with drinks right now, which is number 1. If I Vend on that one, and it's got a switch on the side, let's see if I can catch it. Oh, nice, got it. So if you want to actually Vend a drink the right way, close this back up, put in 5 cents, which is what I have this one set to at the moment. And I'll push this top button, and we'll watch the number 1 motor go. Here we go. Got it. All right, that's really all there is to it. One more thing about the Vend mechanism. Inside each one of these channels, there's a little paddle. And if there are drinks in there, then that's depressed, and that way the machine knows there are drinks to Vend. And the other ones, each one has one of those paddles, and you see this one sticking out all the way because there's no drinks in there. So you'll get that red indicator light for that one on the front of the machine. Right here, like right there. It'll show you that that one's sold out and it won't Vend if you push that button. Other things about the machine, you've got a, right down here underneath that slide is your evaporator coil. So that's the part of the AC unit that actually gets cold and gathers a lot of condensation. The condensation will collect there and will fall down into this drip pan. And there's a hole right there, you can see right there, that all the condensation that gathers in this drip pan will go down that hole, down through this tube and into this catch pan down here that'll just fill with water. And there's also a thermostat right here that lets you set how cold it gets inside the machine. And that's the basics. That's how this machine runs, and really all there is to it. When I got this machine, I actually got it for free, and had to perform a couple repairs on it because it wasn't working properly. I have another video about that if anyone's interested in seeing, you know, what kind of things can go wrong with these. I imagine the issues that I had with this one, for instance, it was shorting out and some of the Vend motors weren't working quite correctly. If there's any interest in that, you'll probably find all the answers that you could want on that video. But I thought that this would be, I thought I'd make this video just as an overview of how these machines work, because I didn't see a lot of resources when I was looking for how to repair this or how they're supposed to work or how different pieces are supposed to work. Only a handful of videos, so I thought just an overview video might be useful to a number of people. If you have any other questions about how this could work, for instance, I had to change out the lock up here because the person I bought it from had lost the keys a long time ago. If you have, so I had to change the lock out, I'm familiar with that, or anything else that could be of interest. If I get sufficient interest in the comment section, I'll make another video. Happy to do it. Just let me know. Thanks for watching.